Hello, everybody. Thank you for the another gravitational report. Yeah, tomorrow we are going to have the shift of Mercury. Thank God all those shifts doesn't happen in one day. It's gonna be too much for humanity to handle there. I was just looking at through the graphs, through the charts. And it's going to be very funny because at 11 o'clock, midheaven is going to be actually going together with Lilith. And there's going to be a lot of divine energies. Specifically, we're talking about Mercury. Mercury entering Aries. That is the end of this moody energy of talking and communications. But warning about that. That's going to be like a brand new energies, brand new situations. That's going to be the rebirth in there. But all that energy is squaring Mars. So looking at in this is going to be again the lessons that we've been talking about here as a divine masculine, as you guys looking at inside in today's situations within the world, it is about like ending of the toxicity, ending of these energies that are been going on. You maybe find out that a lot of the masculine energies they're kind of like nervous, they're and so on. That actually tomorrow going to be increased. So if you've been staying within your divine energies and the divine masculine energies in there, you're going to receive the goodies of the new energies. Be mindful about the 5D. What are you doing within the 5D? You're all feeling it that the 5D is up to the roof. It's going to increase visions, dreams, communications, but there also is going to be the new energies communications. We've been talking about this new energies communications, and that new energies communications is going to be coming in mixed within the old, but it's going to be a little bit more loud, clear, and more active. So it is going to be your choices. What are you going to listen inside of you? So without other ado, I want to recognize so far Erica. She's in the house. Hi, Erica. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully there's going to be some more people. If you guys need some help, need some situations within all this, let me know. I'm going to be available. Tomorrow I'm not planning to go nowhere. I'm just going to be staying here. I'm going to be relaxing and probably going to go out for a town for a little bit. But most of the time I'm going to be here. So talking about this situations right now, it is the beginning of the shift. The grid is actually the new energy of the grid. It's coming and wants to talk about the new energies, but the old putting it, it's more and more and more pressure in there. The more and more wants to fight for survival, but it's not because the mass awakening is going to begin, and then the situations is going to come in rising up with. The question is if the old energies are staying, we are going to have a Mars entering Cancer, and that is not going to be good. Not in it for a family, not for the place where you're around, the work that you're around, because at work we also have work family, and talking about within the earth. So be mindful about these situations. It's going to be intense communications again, but overall, Mercury is going to be entering areas. So now I'm going to put it on the side, and we are going to be looking into the chart of what it is going on. Erica, thank you for the hearts, and thank you. So, 7 o'clock in the morning. When you look at it, Mercury is going to be already entering areas. It's going to be at 0 degrees, 33 minutes. He's going to be overnight doing the shift in there. Uh, Lilith is very active. Lilith is very power in there. She's at the 0 degrees, 17 minutes within Virgo, but she's in retrograde. She's going to be entering Leo. So be mindful about this Arcturian reputation, authority situations for it, because some of you is going to feel like you need to take this toxic authority and step up on the situation, step up on the people, and so on. Wow, you should take a look that this is a wrong situations. You have to look from within you why you're acting like this. So that energy is going to be coming in like this because midheaven is at 28 degrees of Sag. Basically, it's telling you from within you the communications towards Lilith. Lilith is in a very beautiful trine with Venus, and this is going to be through the love. Internal love are looking at, okay, I have to fix this from within me. The ascendant, so the ascendant is at 26 degrees of Pisces. Basically, the ascendant during 7 o'clock in the morning when the sun is rising is going to be actually right where the sun is looking at that Neptune is at 25 degrees, ascendant is at 26 degrees, the sun is at 28 degrees, and we have in the vicinity also Mercury, who's already shifted. But overnight, there's going to be a lot of dreams, a lot of visions, a lot of situations, and so on and so on. But also, there's going to be a lot of cut out with the old because Mercury is shifting. I don't need this old communications. I don't need all these situations. I don't have to deal with the old. I'm moving to the new. Enough is enough. I had enough. I'm ready. I'm transformed. I'm ready to move on. Mars is right there, and Mars is not happy. Mars wants to keep the things the way they were. That is talking about old traditions, old cultures, old ways of authority, old ways of fighting. So if you have a people who's going to be fighting with you, wish you don't. I wish you don't, because this is going to be intense energy in there. Mercury is in Aries, and Aries is like, I don't know how to shut up. I'm the right one, you're the wrong one, we're going to be quiet. Mars, who it is in Gemini, is like, who you going to tell me? And each one of the twins to shut up, the one who is right or the one who is wrong. And there's going to be a conflict, especially if you're looking at the people with the duality situations within them. Hi, Matthew. Thank you to have you here, buddy. I know you've been watching these reports, and hopefully, uh, we're getting it within this. Glad to see you here. So, looking at within this, the ascendant is in divine energies with Lilith, so is Pluto. This has been going on for a while right now. You actually seen that these divine changes from within you. There is a divine positions within yourself. And during this 7 o'clock, the moon actually is going to be coming out of Aquarius, is going to join Saturn. That is going to be one of the mothers going to delivering a messages, a situations, but that is all oppositions of Lilith. Saturn is at 1 degrees 22 minutes of Pisces, that it's opposing Lilith at 0 degrees of Virgo. That is a direct oppositions in there. And during the day, during this shift, okay, some of the mothers have to be very careful, but you also have to be very careful within your own intuitions, because the intuitions is going to be like, it's that something shady, that something hidden, there is something is not right. You need to learn something within this. And talking about learning, the learning is going to be happening through who? Through Venus. There is this kite down in the bottom is Lilith. On this side of that kite is going to be a midheaven. Right on the top and the center, that's going to be the moon and Saturn. And on this side is going to be Venus. We're talking about three female energies, learning, karmic lessons in there. These karmic expressions in there. So, as I said, be careful with your communications. There is going to be a lot of going on for, especially today. Talking about this Mercury shift, but also the moon is going to be shifting into Pisces. Some of you is going to be feel lethargic, tired, don't want to deal with anything. It is the end of the situations. It is the end of relationships, end of things, and you're gonna be like, well, but I got a new beginning at the same time. So looking at within this, there's gonna be a lot of shifts going. So be compassion from within yourself. Mid heaven at 8 o'clock. It's gonna be at 11 degrees of Capricorn. There's gonna be beautiful trine with Uranus. The universe is gonna support in you in there. But are you growth enough to work with that energy? You'll find out this down the road, throughout the day. But midheaven at during at this time is going to be remind you about, hey, we have a work you dealing here with universe energies. The ascendant is at 22 degrees of areas there, and that ascendant actually is going to kind of like a little bit of help out with the transitions of the moon and Saturn, but it's also is going to help out with Mars in there. To remind you that the moon and Saturn are going to be trining Mars. So some of you maybe going to feel like righteousness, doing things from righteousness. Be righteousness. Don't be angry. Don't be agitated. Be a divine masculine from within you. If you are within the down energies, guys, that is going to help you to prove to yourself that you really did the changes from within you. Another thing here is that Venus is at 3 degrees 5 minutes. She's getting very, very close with the 4 degrees 31 minutes north node. This is going to be this love coming in from within you. It's coming great power. That is the self love within yourself in the material world. So shifts are coming all over the place, as you guys seen it. At 9 o'clock, midheaven is going to be approaching Pluto. That is going to be divine energies with Mars beginning in there. Mars, as soon as more beginning into uh, Cancer, he's going to be looking at these divine energies to change. And you are going to see this shift. You will understand Mars that once that warrior not creating fights anymore, it is the right person that brings peace within the family. So there's going to be a lot of lessons learning here. There's going to be a lot of transformations because we're talking about Pluto, who is 29 degrees 55 minutes. He's kind of like opening the door in Aquarius. And during these shifts for it, we got a lot of shifts. Yes, we have Pluto is going to be enter Aquarius, Mars is going to enter in Cancer. Pretty soon we have a new moon, and the sun, the moon, they're going to enter in Aries. Come on, things are going. Okay, and all the planets are direct and retrograde. So if you're wondering what's going on, it is about progress time. It is about showing up. It is about proper actions that you're going to use within the energies. But they got to be based on what? Based out of your spirituality that you learned during the retrograde seasons. So at this time at 9 o'clock, we have the ascendant. There is a reminder that you have to be mindful about the universe, which is Uranus, the sudden changes. Okay, Uranus is tell you go forward, and you make the forward, and it's like, well, use your ego. Did you listen to me? Things not going okay. You didn't listen to me. So now the universe makes certain changes from within to tell you what road you have to take it from within. So take a look. The ascendant is going to show you the vision, but you're going to work with that energies probably within about 6 hours later on, talking about in the afternoon. So at 10 o'clock, midheaven goes into Aquarius. Now we have this more energies of the divine towards working within. So there is a divine energies from Neptune, from the Sun, from Mercury towards Lilith. From Lilith, down the energy goes to Pluto, and from Pluto going into Mars. At the same time, Mars is going to be looking at these transformations and the need of fixing the toxicity of the feminine energies And that feminine energies, they have to learn to have the right visions, to appreciate the right authority and the right communications. Otherwise, there is a fight. And that's what Mars is going to be. This squaring the Neptune, Sun, and Mercury. You got to be careful with all those energies again. Okay? The ascendant it goes into 4 degrees of Gemini. That is mean it's going to point out, be a friendly, use the friendship of situations. The ascendant is going to be trining Pluto, which is going to tell you, have you transformed, have you seek the secret guidance from within you, the secret God from within you, good, bad. You're going to be looking inside because God created everything, the dark and the light. He's the creator of the universe. But if there is no dark, you're not going to be able to see the stars, right? So now, looking at within these situations, we also have Pluto there. It is squaring Venus and the North Node. No, that's not the right love. No, you're not ready for this love. No, you are not getting into the paradise. You have to transform. You have to learn. Some of you are going to be wondering what is going on. But if you did the right things, then the right things is going to be happening for you. Hi, Sonia. Thank you for coming in. So, talking about 11 o'clock, midheaven is going to be focus of the work of the intuition. Currently, in between the hours of 11 and noon, midheaven it's together with the moon. They're going to be kind of like a crossing over into Pisces. But during that crossover, you're gonna be feel a little bit dizzy, maybe a little bit situations. It's like your intuition is getting cloudy. You don't see the proper situations. You're kind of like feeling like, what is this murky energy? The murky energy is going to be coming in because the moon shifting into Pisces, opposing Lilith together with Saturn. Did you properly learn things? Did you properly use your situations? Did you properly things fight? And during this, it is about the mother facing toxicity of the female's energies, or the intuition of the masculine and facing these situations. You need to understand the masculine who's got the intuitions, they begun with this divine energy inside of them. Okay, so the ascendant is at 20 degrees. So again, between 11 and 12 o'clock at noon, the ascendant is going to be passing through Mars. You may be going to see this aggravations energies because when the midheaven goes to Mars, God bless our souls. Hopefully, we don't have any confrontations at all, but learned the divine masculines to act like a masculine energies here on Earth. So at 12 o'clock, midheaven is at 11 degrees in Pisces. Right now, the moon is 0 degrees, 30 minutes already in Pisces. As I said, that Saturn is at 1 degrees, 24 minutes. That is the intuition and karma, the karmic ruler, the teacher, the restrictor are coming together in Pisces. You're going to be kind of like ending things, the end results. This is like you go into the restaurant and you can order everything that you wanted without paying any attentions. And at the end, the waiter comes in and gives you the bill. And you're like, oh crap, I should have paid more attention to it. And Saturn says, you ate it, you have to pay. And some of you is going to be looking at similar situations or going to get into these things inside of it. Midheaven, though, is going to be a very good sextile here with Uranus. It's mean like the universe is going to remind you, hey, you did all these orders, okay? You consume all these situations, you did all these situations, you clear all this stuff. So here it is. I'm going to deliver what I promised. How are you going to know that about it, though? It's very interesting in the sky because the moon and Saturn right now, they're going to be having a very good sextile with Venus and the North Node. That is it. The intuition tells you what the love is. That is a very good relationship when the mother steps back and is like, you know what, I learned the lesson. It's time to let you go. I understand this love. It is your karma without love because the North Node and Venus are coming together in Taurus. The same time, the Moon and the Saturn, they are trining Mars, and Mars is sextiling Venus in the North Node. We're talking about the divine unions, and here blessing from the mother situations, but also from Saturn, who's going to be like, okay, you guys are ready, come together. So as you see it, the energies, they're actually working for your spirituality within you to have the greatest life as long as you did, according to the karmic ruler, which is Saturn, in side with this. So later on at 1 o'clock, midheaven goes with the sun. That is a quadruple divine energy towards Lilith. It's going to feel like, okay, I got it. I'm toxic. I'm got it done with this. I'm done with these toxic situations. I don't want to. I have to get the right authority within me. But all this is going to also put pressure over Mars because that's going to be four squares with Mars. And Mars being Gemini, there's going to be like four different problems times two because there is always two of that. And gotta be, careful with this. If someone comes towards you with kind of like aggressive communications, aggressive authority, and aggressive visions, and so on and so on. Okay, usually that's talking about conflict after conflict after conflict. It's like someone tries to push in your buttons, you to aggravate it, and then it's your fault, right? It's your fault. Okay, so be careful with some of these situations that it's going to be rising up. All right. Mercury is already at 1 degree and 3 minutes there uh, at Aries, and that energy is going to be directly communications towards what though? Communications towards Pluto, communications towards Lilith. Okay, ascendant is at 17 degrees. A beautiful trine with all these 4 points, talking about Neptune, midheaven, the Sun, and Mercury. You will understand that whatever you do right now, it is about the family, it is about the earth, it is about home. So that's about pretty much going on in there. At 2 o'clock, we're going to have a midheaven joining with Chiron and Jupiter. Again, healing all wounds. And you guys ask me how long is it going to take? As long as it takes, guys. As long as it takes. Midheaven is at 14 degrees, 16 minutes. Chiron is at 14 degrees, 52 minutes. And Jupiter at 16 degrees. So they're all coming in together. They're all going in from within. There is no very special aspect with them. That is it because of these isolations that you have to do it from within. You don't need help from teacher. You don't need help from transformations. You don't need the help from intuitions. All you need to do is heal your own old wounds. That is it particularly about the masculine energies inside. The ascendant goes at 29 degrees. There's going to be a divine energies towards the moon and Saturn. The moon is at 1 degree 44 minutes. Saturn is at 1 degree 24 minutes. They're 20 minutes apart. And that energy of 29 degrees of Cancer is also work inside of you about healthy family relationship. But if you have not done this, the ascendant is going to be squaring Venus in the North Node, and Venus is squaring Pluto. You haven't changed, you haven't transformed, there will be no family for you. It is what it is. Okay? Look inside of you. What do you need to do? What do you need to go ahead and change? Because there is a lot of divine aspects there. Ascendant is the divine energies with the moon and Saturn. Mars is in divine energies with Pluto. Pluto divine energies with Lilith, and Mercury, the Sun and Neptune, divine energies with Lilith as well. Lilith during this time is going back to the year. Let's talk about a little bit about this energy. This is about learning the toxicity of the authority and gaining a wisdom. So some of you is gonna have a lot of good wisdom coming into you guys. So at 3 o'clock midheaven, it goes pretty much together with Venus and the North Node. You're going to see what you need to do in Taurus and the material world. What are the changes or needs to be done within? Take a look within these energies. There is a beautiful sextile with the Moon and Saturn. Basically, if you get think, here's the green light. That energy is pretty good sextiling with Mars, divine masculine. Here we go. It's all good. Mars is sextiling right now Lilith. So here is fixing the toxicity and take over that Lilith this time. It is trining midheaven. So as you see it, all this energy, it is support from within you. That is it, the positive energies that comes in. It tells you you have to do the positive changes from within yourself. The ascendant is at 11 degrees of Leo. That's going to be squaring Uranus. Some of you with an authority, you guys know that Leo's authority that we're talking about there is not gonna be respecting universe. If you don't respect the universe is not gonna respect you. It's the same relationships. What you send out, that's what you're going to receive. It is what it is. So these energies is gonna add it more towards this intense energy because midheaven is also squaring Pluto. Pluto's gonna be like, you didn't change, you didn't transform, you didn't pay that attention from it to you. So at 4 o'clock, midheaven goes with Uranus. There is only one aspect here, and that is that square with the ascendant in Leo. That is at 23 degrees, but the ascendant has a divine energies. Have you looked into the divine lately? Probably you did. And we're talking about this is going to be a divine communications, this is going to be divine authority, this is going to be divine visions, because these divine aspects are going together with Mercury, the Sun, and Neptune. As you see it, this is the end of the cycle of Pisces, and now you're getting clarifications. End of the story. What did you learn at the end of this cycle? That is ending of the authority in Pisces for the new rebirth, for the new beginning. So at 5 o'clock, midheaven goes at 0 degrees of Gemini, and since the ascendant is at 4 degrees on Virgo, there, and Lilith is at 29 degrees of Leo, there's going to be some squares midheaven, and midheaven it is squaring Saturn. So there's going to be a lot of restrictions. It's like you can't do this, you can't do that. I feel weak. I need some help. I need this. I need that, and so on and so on. The help it is you from inside of you. If you need some help, you're gonna get the help, and the divine is gonna help you with this. What is that? It's divine help is with all the divine aspects I just described right now. Mars is a divine with Pluto. Pluto is a divine with Lilith. Lilith is divine aspects with Mercury, the Sun, and Neptune. There you go. You have it. Everything is here. Is you. You who have to do the work. And that is the part of your inner work and the growth Venus and the North Node, actually, they are going to be a beautiful trine with the ascendant that is in Virgo. Love will heal everything from within you. Okay? But if you're stubborn, you are fighting against the moon and Saturn. And the moon and Saturn says, like, well, the job is not well done because the moon and Saturn are squaring midheaven. Boom. End of the story. So at 6 p.m., midheaven goes into 14 degrees of Gemini, very close there with Mars. It's kind of like a warning. Yeah. It's kind of like a blink, 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 blink. Be careful. It's got a beautiful sextile with Jupiter and Chiron. The ascendant there at 16 degrees of Virgo's got a divine energies with Jupiter and Chiron. So guess what is going to be on the menu during this time? Yes, self-growth, self-healing, get up, brush your dust. If you've been falling down on the street and you're waiting someone to pick you up, the best thing you're going to do is get up, clear up the bruises, brush off the dust, and go forward because you know you're going to be healed. Healed from within you. Okay? So at 7 o'clock, midheaven is at 28 degrees, 29 minutes, and Gemini with Mars, who is at 27 degrees, 22 minutes. As I said before, earlier when the ascendant was there, now you're dealing with the same energy. But now this energy is focused mostly on what? Are you working on within you? There is a three different energies there. That is going to be the square with Mercury, the Sun, and Neptune. That is going to be the beautiful trines with the Moon and Saturn, and the divine energies with Pluto. Each one are you going to take is up to you. The ascendant is at 28 degrees of Virgo, which is actually, pay attention, it's 28 degrees ascendant, 28 degrees midheaven. That is a square with Mars and oppositions of the Sun and Mercury. If you feel the need to have intense conversations, straight out all tissues, straight out all situations, and so on, the push is going to be too strong. Be mindful about 5D aggravated energies. Yes, Mercury is already in Aries. And now the ascendant is opposing Mercury in that position. And using the wrong authority, that it's still confused, and Pisces can confuse the situations even more. But if you got into the divine energies, let me tell you what's going on right now here. This divine energies is going to help you to change, to transform. Mars, it is sextile with Venus. Venus is sextile with the Moon and Saturn. Mars is trining the Moon and Saturn. Intuitions and learning to help to navigate divine energies. And the midheaven and Mars are sextile with Lilith. As you pay attention, it's all about healing toxicity out of your life. That's what another word is. But be careful, don't act from the old ways inside. So at 8 o'clock, midheaven goes at 12 degrees of Cancer. You know, all you do is about family. Who tells you that? The moon and the Saturn, beautiful trine with the ascendant in there, and the midheaven, it is actually sextiling Uranus, universe. Universe creates this earth. Universe creates you. Universe helped you to be born in this family. Universe helped you to have all these lights inside. And now you're going to be paying attention to these energies. Ascendant though is in Libra, and if there is no balance, there is nothing going on. Some of you is gonna fighting old wounds. That is the direct positions with Jupiter and Chiron, but that is gonna be also positions with Mercury. And if you have no balance, don't bring the war to somebody else, please. You don't want to aggravate situations that it's out of balance. It's your job to balancing your own self. Okay. So later on at 9 o'clock, midheaven goes at 26 degrees. That is going to be direct oppositions with Pluto. Some of you is going to be like, yeah, I understand I need to transform. I understand all the situations. Ascendant is at 22 degrees of Libra. There is a trine with Mars. To you practicing this divine masculine energy to bring the peace inside of all the relationships, beginning with the relationship within you. Because whatever is in you, that's what you're meeting out there. And if you have relationship problems, you go and trying to fix it, or trying to be aggravated, trying to create an actions inside of it. Be careful what actions you are going to take, because the ascendant at 22 degrees is squaring Pluto, and it's opposing Jupiter still. Okay, Jupiter is at 16 degrees of Aries. Those are the cardinal energies, guys. Cardinal energies. So at 10 o'clock, midheaven goes into Leo. It's squaring Uranus, Venus. Ascendant goes at 4 degrees of Scorpio. Shadow work, anybody? Tired of shadow work? Maybe. But if you look at it, if you don't have work, the divine energies right now from the ascendant, they remind you about Mercury and the sun. That is a new divine energies that are coming. They're coming in because you shine the light within the darkness. And now that light in there shows you the road. That is it, the secret path of Scorpio, to lead from within. The ascendant is a beautiful trine with Saturn and the moon. Karmic situations has been done, the intuition has been worked and lead you in there. But if you have not done the work, the ascendant at 4 degrees, it is actually total oppositions with the 4 degrees 27 minutes, the North Node and Venus, they're coming in together right now. You're going to be going against the love from within. Midheaven, it is at 11 degrees of Leo, then it's square Venus and the North Node. So be mindful what you got on those zodiac signs. We're talking about Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. We talk about this for a long time, so if you've been paying attention to the astro gravitational report, you know what's going on in there. You know how much work you need to heal from within. That's why midheaven is a beautiful trine with Jupiter and Chiron. So at 11 o'clock, midheaven, it's 26 degrees of Leo, pretty much close with the 29 degrees Lilith. Ascendant is at 16 degrees of Scorpio. There is divine energies with Jupiter and Chiron. Divine healings begin in a full force at 11 o'clock. So we are having a 2 and times 3, that is about 6 aspects between midheaven, Lilith, Mercury, the Sun, and Neptune. So it's either toxicity, understanding what it needs to heal, or your toxic communications, toxic authority, toxic visions, they need to be healed from within you. And against the wisdom of Leo from within itself. That is when the king gets to the point of being wise. Unwise king listens their advisor, but the wise king sees the wise thing for its people, for its care. And that is going to be this divine transformations for a lot of the people, but the people who they are transformed from within and healing the past wounds in there. So that's what it was, the astrogravitational report. Hopefully, guys, that helps you throughout the day. If you guys need some any astrology help or a private reading, let me know. If you don't know where to find me, look at it in the banner of the YouTube channel. Right there, there is a button that says Facebook. You click there and send me a private message. All right, guys. So now, if you have so many questions, I will be happy to discuss it with you guys. Actually, the energy is not that bad, but a lot of shifts and taking the tolls of the divine shifts like this, one after another, and so on and so on. It's kind of like I can't keep it up. But within the new energies that it's coming, you just got used to it. You're like, okay, bring it on. What's next? I'm happy with this. I'm good with this. I'm okay with this. I'm liquid. I'm flexible. I'm a fast adapting. The most evolving species, it is the one who adapting to the new environment. It is the same within you. The most successful you are going to be is when you adapting to the new energies. Whoever can adapt, they're gonna be stay behind. That's how it goes. Okay, but looking at within all these energies, that is about changes, changes within the world. You're gonna feel these energies when Pluto's gonna be entering Aquarius. And all is gonna begin when the Moon and the Sun they're gonna be entering 1 degree of Aries. And we're talking about new intuition, new authority, with new communications and new visions. Sam, the mother needs more love than anyone. She just doesn't know it. Can you please tell her it is the same for the father? The moon, actually, uh, talking about this, Sam, looking at back into the chart. Um, the mother right now, which is the moon, she has to learn the lessons to become a mother. If she has not learned it from the previous generations, which is from her mother or grandmother, and so on and so on, now the female energies they're learning within Pisces what is the situations at the end. Okay, and when at that ending this cycle of the moon, because the moon is transitioning through Pisces, talking about the new moon that was in Pisces, that is finish that circle, and there the moon is going to be joined the authority within the authority of the mother feminine energies inside of her. Okay, and at the same time we're talking about the masculine who are cooperating together within the intuitions, and we looking at within this beautiful love. At the same time, we are have Venus joining the North Node. There is a beautiful energies out there, but at the same time, there is a conflict situations, and the conflict situations they show up what the strength is. Yes, the mother needs love. Yes, the mother needs the situations inside of her. That is correct. Okay, but the mother also has to be having this same approach of equal give and take. If you have not seen a toxic mother, the toxic mother only demands, wants, and needs, and she's never satisfied. And now some of the people who are these toxic feminine mother situations inside, now they see the situations. Are they going to change? They're going to transform for that, taking that new authority over with themselves and the situations. We're all going to learn one way or another, but all it takes is the inner work. As far as the father situations, the father right now is looking more with his divine authority in there. What I am saying at this divine authority because the sun it is at 29 degrees 14 minutes. Talking about at 11 o'clock p.m. Tomorrow. But it's got a beautiful sextile there with Pluto. As you guys know, at the Pluto, it is the hidden god from within. That's one of the transformations is. The sign of a Pluto, if you look at it, there is like this satellite dish that comes down, but on the top there is a circle that is not connecting with anything, but at the same time it's not connecting with anything, but at the same time it exists everywhere. Who's that? The hidden God, the universe that I don't have so much connections with all this. Pluto and Uranus are very kind of like a powerful combined energies when they're working properly from within you as far as the energies. If you look at these generations that they have Pluto and Uranus and Libra, and the difference when you have Pluto within the generation later on when they have it in Scorpio, you will find the differences from within. The ones serving with the right thing, the justice, the balance, the situations, and so on. The other ones are more um, darkness, toxic. Yeah, they are the one that currently that generations. If you are not toxic, if you're not this, and this, and now wearing this, and this, if you don't act like this, and this, which is not in a great way, you're not accepted as a normal. They don't accept normal you to be a good person. They don't accept you to pick up after yourself. They are like, what's wrong with you? You picking up your own dishes when you go to the coffee shop. Nobody does that. The waiter's job it is. What are you doing? Well, the generations before there actually does that. Not because of anything, it's because of who they are. So there is a lot of this, Sam. It's going to be looking at for it. But some of the people who never learned love, they have to learn it and develop from within. Yes. Erica, but that's only because she's never learned to be open to love. How do you be open to love? Look inside. The love, people who doesn't understand usually the love, they were having a wound or they never experiencing love from someone they demanded in. For example, if the daughter never received the love, the true love from its mother, because the mother takes the daughter as a burden in life, because down the road, probably the grandmother never give love to the mother. So we're talking about this energy, Sam, that it's kind of like a karmic complication situations of not learning. But not learning, that doesn't mean you cannot develop it from within you. And that is a one huge karmic lessons in there. Erica, I'm on a deeper inner peace. It helps me to easily let go. I feel not anymore have these meanings. I feel very good. There you go. Great job. I'm approaching, let go, and I'm feeling at peace and happy. Yes, that's what this is. I'm on the same way. I'm purging, let go, and so on. Even the more I purge, the more I let it go. It's the more I feel sleepy, in peace. It's kind of like, okay, wow, that feels good. Should I go to sleep? um, you cannot teach people's love. You can only show them what love is. I mean, they have to see that. You cannot teach someone who doesn't know what love is. They have to open from inside. Okay, you can see a lot of examples of love. Example of love, there could be a someone in the park feeding the pigeons, someone out there for a walk walking their dog, and somebody stopped by to pet the dog. You can see an older couple still holding their hands. You can see a young couple that they actually have the love within them. You have example of there is a one song of DJ Bobo, "Love Is All Around." It's a beautiful song actually about this. But if the person is so much wounded, guarded, or they never receive love and they don't know what it is, they stay inside of them of their internal jail, and the key is inside of them. The hands out in their neck. All you have to do is just open it up. And most people they never know the key is within them. Most of the people they're expecting that somebody else have to come on outside and open the cage. Also, people think like when are they gonna get somebody and that somebody gonna walk in their internal cage. That's love, though. They imprison that person. That is a toxic love in there. So we can pray these people to open up, but their actions of love, it's gonna be they have to confess to themselves and learn the love from within. Just because somebody doesn't love them, that doesn't mean they cannot feel love. Uh, I have so much to give, but I was unable to express it. Express it. You can express it on the Facebook with the good quotes. Express it by you walking out in the street. Just smile to people. You can express that love when you a job. Put a smile when you're walking into work. You can expressing the love in so many ways. So many ways. Even you can express it, even if you have nobody, you can actually look at the sun and express it there. Look at the moon and express it there. Look at the trees. Look at the birds. There is so much. Yes. Um, I do, and he still reject me by one stump. If your father is rejecting you, let me tell you, he rejecting himself. You are not the problem. Actually, you are the solution. But he doesn't understand this. And if your father is rejecting you, that is his personal problem with himself. You can't do anything about it. With some people, doesn't matter how much love you give it to them, how much care you give it to them, how much is this and this and this. They never got the love from the beginning. It's not your job to fix them. The best thing in this case is actually cut the connections and move on with your life. Otherwise, that kind of like situations, you might think that you should have to heal and do these things to the parents like this. Actually, not. You're actually doing self destruction from within you because of this. But when you cut ties, when it cuts the energy cords like this, you're going to be actually become the example of what your father had to do in the first place. Learn to be independent and in love. I know it's painful, but you know what is the worst pain is? Staying in there and trying and trying and trying and beat your head up into the wall. Beat your head up towards that inner jail of him. He doesn't let you in and he does not give you the love that you actually think that is. He has to do it from within. I'm suggesting you to go ahead on YouTube and watch the fight between Luke Skywalker and his father Darth Vader when the Emperor was there. The only time that Darth Vader had actually learned what it is and resolved the conflict within him when his son was hurt, almost killed. And then he took the Emperor and tossed him out. You don't have to create situations within this. Okay, I'm talking about it. But I'm talking about like the person you have to see from within. Okay, otherwise it's painful. All right, especially when a Luke warns. It's like, hey, Luke, I am your father. You can keep the faith. Actually, the faith is good. You can keep the faith, but otherwise, it is about, yeah, you gotta be ha ha ha, yeah, of course. But looking at more deeply what's in the issues, you've been there and trying to satisfy this love just to get a little love from it, and he's breadcrumbing you. Is that painful? You're doing self harm that way. This is the same thing like you staying in a toxic relationship with a female and you give them everything. You do everything for them. You do this and this and this and this. And at the end of the night, they put you under the room to sleep. And you're wondering what the hell wrong did you did. So you can do next day, you can do more and more and more. And the more and more you do, the more and more they push you away. Does that help the relationships? Is that is a good example in the family for the relationship? No, it's not. No, it's not. And it comes to a point that this, yes, yeah. Usually, those people they don't change towards you. They have issues with all this. You need to get straight emotionals and more powerful to walk out of that energy fields and be a self-sufficient and allow things to fall naturally with him. By doing this, you do the internal growth inside of you, Sam. There is no other choice. Just so you know. I mean, you may go to a psychologist and looking at inside, but some people it cannot be fixed. They've been broken since they were made. If you get to the point, they choose that. But you, understanding all this, you have the power of transformations from within you. And you need to take that responsibility of transformations. All right? That was a good one. All right, guys, if there is no more questions, let's share the love and the light. Hopefully, the astral gravitation is going to help you in your day. Namaste to you, Sam. And hopefully, we're all going to be transformed. I know we're all waiting for the Happy New Year, Happy New Astrology year, and we're all waiting for these magical changes. Let me tell you something. If you have not done any actions, if you have not done any inner work, if you have not done anything different, don't expecting different results and don't expect the new energies to come to you in a golden plate. You have to go to work in order to get this golden plate. It is what it is, guys. Okay? Love you all. I'll see you tomorrow. It's okay that you overtook the chance. Sometimes it's needed. And you know what? I believe that the people, they will understand Sam. Okay? The way I understood you. All right? So don't worry about it. Sometimes, get within the chat, but there was like three, four, five people like this, then the situations is getting more complicated for you. All right, here is the stars, and here is a gift of love, guys. Love you all. I'll see you tomorrow.